now it's time for this morning's session of Children's GBC with George Buxton, as he gets to present some programs today, including the last episode of Teach for the Second series. And enjoyed the show.
Good morning, everybody. Well, I don't know about you, but here I am. I'm back here again on Children's GBC. Yeah, well, let me tell you one thing. Friday morning is going to be a spectacular one because we're still on May at the moment, and I know I'm not on about bank holidays or anything. Not like what Wallace said in a Grandale. These bank holidays are a bit of a problem to decide. What do you think, Robin? Do you think that bank holidays are a bit difficult to decide?
Depends on if you can find a good place to take a holiday, I suppose.
Yeah, probably not the moon. But anyways, now moving on. Now I know I'm not talking about a grand day out. And speaking of a day out, let's take a trip down to Four Ways Farm now. And in today's episode, it's called Material Differences. But what's the difference with those materials? Could it be soft, hard, or anything? Well, you'll find out in this episode of Four Ways Farm today.
Oh, the wind blows east and the wind blows west on Four Ways Farm. The animals all have had their rest on Four Ways Farm. The animals wake up one by one and say hello to the morning sun. Work to do and jobs to be done on Four Ways Farm.
Morning, Davenport. Morning, Mother. Mate.
I'll say, Nigel.
And that was Four Ways Farm. Well, let me tell you one thing. Yeah, that episode was really good, though, because it's all about, as Robin already mentioned, it's all about measurements, and as well as finding out the material differences. That's what the episode title is. So moving on from Four Ways Farm, and on to another new... Oh yeah, I forgot. We may have already had Christmas Eve of Titch before. Oh, I thought we might as well broadcast it again, just to be on the safe side, because after all, it was part of the second series, though, and if you remember last Tuesday when we had Grandpa Visits, which was a new one, and for the last time for me to say in a mean way, woo! Yeah! I'm just messing with you, but that's the last time for me to do it. Now, because today's episode of Titch, and sadly, penultimately, it will be the last episode of the second series of Titch, and because today it's about Christmas Eve, and because Titch was just trying to go to sleep. But is it really easy for Titch, and will his mum and dad keep telling him to go to bed? Let's find out. And here's a moral lesson before we begin. Make sure you go off to sleep on Christmas Eve, otherwise Santa Claus won't come.
My brother and sister think I'm very small, but I'm growing a bit every day. And when I'll be big, I'll be good at the games that they say I'm too little to play. My brother and sister are bigger than me, but I'll keep on growing, and then they'll see that I can do everything all on my own. They won't have to help me because I'll have grown. My brother and sister are always saying I'm too small to play. Whatever they're playing, it's always the same. Whatever the game, the next time they tell me, I'll smile and say I'm going to be bigger one day. One day I'll be able to do whatever they do, for I'm growing a bit every day. Every day, yes, I'm growing a bit every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day.
And that was the last episode of Titch for this particular series. and I don't think we'll have any more episodes of Tidge for quite a while. But don't you worry though, Bananas in Pyjamas is coming up next on Children's GBC. Yeah, surf's up, Bananas.
Was Tidge, and sadly that was the last episode of the second series, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Now, for those of you who are wondering, why we have to broadcast Christmas Eve, I know it's a bit late, but it's just obviously better to broadcast now, because it's part of the second series, you see. So I don't think we'll be broadcasting these for a while anymore. But anyways, from moving away from Tidge, Christmas, and moving on to the summer side of Bananas in Pyjamas now, and in today's episode is called Surf's Up, and you know what they say? Surf's up, banana dudes!
Bananas in pyjamas are coming down the stairs. Bananas in pyjamas are coming down in pairs. Bananas in pyjamas are chasing teddy bears. 'Cause on Tuesdays they all try to catch them unawares.
One day, the Bananas in Pyjamas noticed something interesting in the Rat in a Hat's shop.
Bananas in Pyjamas, and of course, I don't know whether Bananas is actually surfing in a real wave, or they're just pretending because they can't surf the real water. You know, if I do it like this, yeah, so that's what's known as a surfing. See, this is why Bananas had to pretend they're surfing. So, and as I say, yeah, surf's up, dudes of Bananas. Yeah, anyways, that's Bananas in Pyjamas. And moving on to the next one now, and it's Play Days. And in today's episode, it takes place at the Ted Stop again. But this time, it's going to be called the Farm Dance. It's a kind of bit similar to the barn dance in general, but except you put farm on. And I wonder if anyone will have a good time at the farm dance. Well, we'll have to find out, won't we?
It's the play bus! But where does it go? Where does it stop? Watch for the sign of the lollipop. Stop! It's the tent stop.
Hello and welcome to the play tent.
Hello!
Time for us to pack up the play tent now, but we'll be back with another story next week. Bye!
Bye!
Play Days. Oh, and I'm so glad that all the people at the farm dance have all had a brilliant time. Now, that's Play Days, and moving on to the next one now, and it'll be Super Mario Bros. 3, The Adventures of. And today, I believe that today's episode is all about a Koopa, which you should never coop a Koopa, really.
It is a legend no one will forget. Everyone thought King Koopa had left the Mushroom Kingdom. And then his doom ship attacked. King Koopa was back with the greatest danger ever known, his Koopa kids. Using their new superpowers, the Super Mario Brothers rescued Princess Toadstool and beat back the evil Koopa family.
I'll get those plumbers!
And that was Super Mario Bros. 3, The Adventures of. Well, mind you, you should never really Koopa because I think that they were just trying to get away from Koopas. They're always nothing but trouble, those Koopas. Not much as Goombas, as some mentioned. Now, anyway, that's Super Mario Bros. 3. And moving on to The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is our last program for today. And today's episode is called Sonic Breakout. And I think that it's something to do when Sonic gets captured for the first time, because his attitude and his plans do tend to slip out. Just this once. And so will Sonic be able to get out of a rat race, from the cage? Let's find out. The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, I'm so glad that Sonic was out of the cage again. Yeah, and also, I think it was something to do with a certain comic book genius. The one who goes all goofy, like that. And then, guess what? In the end, Robotnik was crying his eyes out. And that was the one he looks like Humpty Dumpty for a reason. Anyways, now that's The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and that was the last programme for today on Children's GBC, and I'm sure that we'll be back again next week, whatever that may be, and it could be when Drawbit might be back on. Oh, and if you're wondering about Pseudo Railway's Tales, as Drawbit has already mentioned about from Tuesday onwards earlier on this week, I don't think there'll be any more Soda Railway Tales 80th Anniversary Edition for quite a long while. Yes, since the last 3 from Reverend Wilbur Audrey will be in the works. Or, shall I just say, in the releasing works. Let's just say. So, anyways, that's what's going to happen. But don't worry, the original versions of Soda Railway Tales will be there. And after all, they could be either sneak peeks or just any other classic. You probably know what I mean by now. But anyways, that's it for today. So I'll see you on Friday. I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.
This is GTV, and if you think that we've already had Christmas Eve with Titch, here is food and drink. At this time, we're having a look at Christmas Quiz.
Festive welcome to the gift-wrapped food and drink Christmas quiz.
This is GTV. Just a reminder that this afternoon that we'll have Children's GBC, but with a different programme to begin with. And speaking of programmes, here's Home and Away.